Am I audible? Now this is my daughter Pehel. This is Uncle Gawal. We both are representing Arishtam, and today we are going to talk about sauerkraut and some really hot chili. Yes, some really hot chilies. So we'll make some sauce out of it and we'll make some sauerkraut out of it. So for this, sauerkraut is a very traditional dish. Okay, it's a European dish, uh, widely consumed across Europe. Please ignore जाइए. Okay, it's widely consumed across Europe. आप यहाँ पे कद्दूकस कर दीजिएगा. ठीक है? ठीक है. And what is the benefits of sauerkraut? Well, let's start with the first benefit of sauerkraut. Have you ever wondered how Britishers came to conquer the world? Well, they were not the first guys in the sea. The first guys in the sea would be the Venetians or the Italians. Okay. They were not the mightiest force on the sea, because the mightiest force on the sea would be the Spanish Armada. Oh. They were not even the richest guy in Europe prior to discovering India. Really? Yes. So what gave them the edge was, that time the biggest problems faced by sailors in the sea was scurvy. That's the first vitamin deficiency that was ever discovered by mankind. Okay. For those who joined late, we are chopping up some cabbage, normal cabbage that you can get in the market. I picked up from the wholesale market today morning. I'm sure in your refrigerator you can find some cabbages. Okay, I'm going to chop them broadly. Okay, no need to fine chop them. Oh. Okay, yeah. Coming back to the question, right? The first vitamin deficiency that was discovered by mankind was scurvy. And why did it happen? Scurvy is the result of vitamin C deficiency. Why do we get vitamin C deficiency? If you don't eat enough of fresh fruits and vegetables, because only fresh fruits and vegetables had it. Yeah. Right? Because that sailors, they used to pack the food. Exactly. How would you, if you're on sea, you can't do farming on your ship. Yeah. Exactly? Yeah. So if you can't do farming on the ship, how would you make vitamin C? And if you don't have vitamin C, what will happen is your gums will start bleeding. If you get injured, then those injuries will not get cured. Yeah. And scurvy is a wasting disease. That means your body will soon instantly start wasting. Your energy levels will go down. Your strength will go down. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what was the solution to that? Sauerkraut. Exactly. Do you know sauerkraut has 20 times more vitamin C than lemon? Lemon is considered, yes. I know. So, and Britishers realized that, and that you have heard about Captain Thomas Cook? Thomas Cook Travels? I think okay. So he was a sailor who went all the way to Australia and came back. That's 3 years of sea voyage. Oh my gosh. And what did he do? On all his ships, he mandated that each and every sailor every day should get one ladle. Ladle is one big cup attached to a stake. कलछी जो हम लोग हिंदी में बोलते हैं. One ladle full of sauerkraut every day. And whenever he used to be on the shore, he would gather as much cabbage as possible, and he'll add some salt to it, and he'll make more sauerkraut. Yeah, he can get the salt from the sea. Yes. So for 3 years, he fed all his sailors every day one ladle full of sauerkraut. Right. And that is what made those sailors so strong, so powerful, that they can fight off pirates, they could fight naval battles, they could ensure that their ship is safe. Their ship is safe, and they could carry and sail the ship fastest across the world. Yeah. This enabled them to conquer India, this enabled them to conquer Australia, the Americas, essentially the world. Yeah. So today what we are going to talk about is the pickle that conquered the world. Oh. Okay? That's a nice name. In the World War II, I'm talking a lot of history. You can join me chopping if you want to. Okay? In the World War II, Almost all Germans were called Krots.
Because they eat sauerkraut?
Yes.
Every day
they used to get 300 grams of sauerkraut to be eaten.
Yeah, for breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Exactly. They were part of their daily rations.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, in wartime, it is difficult to get nutritious food. And
Yeah.
because of sauerkraut, the soldiers were very strong.
And their life became so easy.
Exactly. That they could at one point of time conquer the whole of Europe and most of northern Africa because of sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is we even eat sauerkraut because I seeing them. Yeah.
Exactly. And now another variation of sauerkraut is called kimchi.
Kimchi?
Kimchi.
Kimchi. I've never heard a name.
What is kimchi, dear?
I don't know.
Okay, kimchi is the Asian version of sauerkraut.
Oh.
Okay, it is made in Korea.
Korea?
South Korea.
Oh, South Korea.
Yes. So we are not chopping them too fine. We are just broadly chopping them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to finish it soon.
And we are grating the carrots.
Yes. Traditional sauerkraut didn't have carrots, but I like a little bit of carrot in my sauerkraut.
Yeah,
and we also would be adding some water chestnuts. You can some apples were also, some people used to add apples. The Russians used to add apples in the sauerkraut to make them a little bit more sweet and pulpy. The whole apples were added.
Wow.
Right, but we will add some water chestnuts. I like them. They make it a little bit crunchy.
In Hindi, one called as
Singhara.
Singhara. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that red or orange color looks very nice in the sauerkraut.
Yes. And we will also add some turmeric here. Turmeric is not added in European sauerkraut, but fermented turmeric is very good for health. Okay. If you check the Google, you'll find books and books talking about turmeric, benefits of turmeric. So we'll add that. So together we will make a very good and immunity booster pickle, and we will not be using any chemicals, any oil to it. We will not be adding any sugar, anything that you think is harmful for the body. We will not add it. So it's going to be very probiotic.
Can sauerkraut be made in different ways?
Yes. So you can ferment almost anything. It's like making brine pickle. Lacto ferments it's called.
Oh.
And one good thing about them is, if you are a vegetarian, most of the vegetarians face a deficiency of vitamin B.
B, yeah.
Right? Now, one serving of sauerkraut has 360 times the average requirements of vitamin B12.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
These are nice facts.
Yes, vitamin B12 is very difficult to get for vegetarians. And a lot of people in India, including our viewers, are vegetarian. So for them, they would need it. Okay, I see only 7 people there. I'm not able to see any comments. So if you guys have any comments, any questions,
please write in the comment section.
Yes, so that we can incorporate that. If you have any fun facts, please share with us. Yes.
And yeah, I have one more question.
Yes.
And which ways are that we can like preserve sauerkraut in different ways? Which kind of ways are there?
So we are going to preserve sauerkraut with salt. It's called brine fermentation.
I think so we can preserve this sauerkraut by sun too, no? We did that last time.
And another way to preserve is to by eating. Somebody is eating all the carrots. Yes, you can eat and eat. You can eat while we make sauerkraut. Okay?
Actually, I was not able to, grade that portion, so I ate it.
It's okay. That's for the purpose of it. Okay?
Can I give this carrot here?
Carrot?
Oh, it'll get chopped.
Yeah. We'll grate it. I like it to be grated. Okay? Today we are doing it by hand. If you have a food processor, It will make your life much more easy. Okay. Chance Kumar sir, hello sir, how are you? Your workshop last week was a major hit. A lot of people emailed us appreciating what you were doing. And if you don't forget, Chand Kumar is our lead judge in the annual competition that we have. So there is 9,900 rupees worth of cash, wallet cash prizes to be won this new year. Do submit your entries. You can log on to arishtam.com, and in arishtam.com's video tutorial section, there are rules and everything mentioned there about how to submit your entries for the competition. So don't forget to submit your entries for the competition. And this is all we need. Okay, now I'm going to take a big bhagona.
Papa, mele kya?
No, I'll just do it for you. Okay. Remember one thing, very important thing is we always wash the vegetables and then we chop. We don't chop the vegetables and wash.
Yeah.
Why?
Because then they might be a bit sticky.
Because when we chop the vegetables, the juice of the vegetables come out, and when we wash them, what will happen? So this is about 2 kgs of cabbage, and this is 50 grams of table salt, white table salt. Some books will say that you need sendha namak.
Why is it no?
Or iodine free salt. Well, it is better if you have iodine free salt, because iodine has a property which retards the microbial action. But without that also you can make a decent sauerkraut. Okay, and then we are going to squeeze it, crush it, bruise it.
These carrots should be this much thick, because otherwise they won't get, the color won't be seen and the taste won't come. No.
Exactly. Okay, so we have added some salt and we have put some cabbage here. Now what will happen when we cut the vegetables and add salt to it?
Look.
Yeah.
The carrot should look like this.
Yes. What will happen, Pahel, when we
crush them?
We add salt and we crush them.
But what will happen then? Will their taste change?
They'll start oozing out some water.
Oh, means we don't want that water, because that.
We want the water because we are going to submerge the pickles in this juice.
Yeah, and we don't want the water to be in the vegetable, because if the water is in the vegetable, it can get the fungus.
Yes. So if you remember, if you've seen your mothers and grandmothers making pickles, they would always keep it submerged. And if it is not submerged, they will every day stir the top so that the mold does not get formed.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will be difficult to take it out, and you can get too much quantity more than you want.
So as we do this, the quantity of the vegetables also goes down. It becomes softer. We are going to keep it aside for 15 minutes. To keeping it aside, as we are going to reuse this for various purposes, I'll show you where I'm going to keep it inside. Okay. This is something called
a jar.
Yes, you can find these jars almost in any hardware shop. Okay.
Yeah, and it is even called a pickle jar.
Yes. So we are going to use that pickle jar, and I'm going to fill this up
with cabbage.
Yes. Okay. And later on, when we're going to crush it, more juice will come out.
Yeah. And that juice is very tasty.
Yes, the brine juice can be used for soup making. It is used in Asian cooking. Can be used as a condiment right next to any of the continental food, European food.
Or we can eat it plain.
Yes. Can I have some grated cabbage, please? All the carrots. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Onions. Yeah, onions we'll not put in. We can put in few onions, but we are not going to put too many of the onions. Okay.
Okay, Papa. I will do them in small pieces. This much,
no? No, it's okay. Yeah, some you can put. You're not going to put too much onions. Okay.
Yeah, they might spoil the taste.
All right.
I put them in the last so they look pretty. Otherwise, they're not even seen.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll just put some in the side.
You put this aside.
The side. I think so. These many onions should be sufficient.
That is sufficient. Well, we need the onions for the hot sauce. Okay.
Oh yeah. But Papa.
Yes.
Tell you what's this hot sauce?
I will tell you. Just we'll finish making sauerkraut and then we'll move on to the hot sauce.
Yeah, and I had one more question.
Yes.
How to submerge them in the water?
So here for the cabbage we are going to use the cabbage property to release water.
How?
When this is because of osmotic pressure.
Osmotic?
Yes. The salt encourages all the vegetables to ooze out water, so that the osmotic yes. So the osmotic pressure inside and outside is the same.
Oh, and
See this much.
First we have this much water, but as it's kept, more water will come out.
Yes.
And mostly when we'll keep in sun. Yeah. Mostly when we'll keep the sun.
We don't need to keep them in sun. We are going to just
because we are
crush this and put this a little bit more.
I was just talking about a different kind of sauerkraut which we made last time.
I'm going to put a few roots of
this much big can we keep?
Yes, it will get fermented out.
Oh yeah, I nearly forgot that.
Okay.
Papa, there's a namak piece in my hand.
Which is okay. Okay, we are going to add some more.
Of course we have to.
Salt.
Yeah, because of without the salt, the taste will be so bad.
See, the salt also acts as a preservative.
Yeah.
You know, so many words in the English and Hindi dictionary are made from salt because salt was so important in the foods of mankind.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought only India ate salt.
Indians love salt. You have heard the word namak haram?
Yeah.
मैंने तुम्हारा नमक खाया है? Why? Because salt was also used to, since it was used to preserve, it is very important part of any daily nutrition.
Life.
Yes.
Diet.
Daily diet, it is very important.
I'm almost done with the carrots. Just 2 more are left.
Okay. Whatever rest carrots are remaining, we are going to put them in the hot sauce. Okay.
Baba, this one was so big. I just took the bottom part.
Yes. Okay. See guys, this is so easy. I'm going to keep this aside for 15 minutes so that more water and more salt gets oozed out, and then
we get the liquidy one, the yum one.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to put in the rest of the salt as well.
So much salt?
You can make from less salt as well, but if you make from less salt, then you have to be a little bit careful.
But this is from onion.
It's okay. Okay, and some pieces of cabbage are used as a weight.
Yeah, the big ones.
Yes. You saw me keeping them aside?
Yeah.
They are for the weight. See,
these heavy ones.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to keep this aside for a while so that it starts oozing out some
liquid
liquid
and salt.
Now comes to our main attraction.
What?
Their chilies.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing to be careful is today I'm not going to use gloves for the chili, but you are required to use the gloves. If you don't have the gloves, be careful with these red hot chilies.
Yeah, these if you just keep them in the hand for a second or two, your hand will be fully burning.
Yes.
So we have to do this fast.
Okay, so I'm going to use
The
a
knife.
Okay, you can use any chili. Hotter the chili, better it is. And we are going to cut the chili in the length into two.
But why?
So that the fermentation surface area is the maximum.
And these are dried.
Okay, now it's a choice whether you want to remove these seeds or not. I personally like the seeds, but you can remove them as well. Okay.
Papa, look, these chilies are kind of dried. But
these are very strong. These are called bhoot chilies, goat's chilies.
Yeah.
You also get a very strong chili in the South India, which is called bird eye chili. So you can use that. So I'm keeping this jar in the bottom. It's a glass jar. I have to be a little bit careful with these glass jars.
Yeah, just get down from here. Don't
Yes.
get down. Yeah, Papa, one more thing is there.
So I cut this into length and I keep it aside. Okay.
These goat chilies means the goat chilies. Well, they look just like dry, but they are so soft and so moisturizing.
Yes, these came all the way from Northeast, so that could be one of the reasons why they are a little bit mushy, but they are still very good chilies. Okay.
Yeah. Northeast?
Yes,
Oh my
it came
gosh.
from a friend of mine, Dr. Roshan. He brought it all the way from Manipur.
Oh my
You know
God.
where Manipur is?
Near Northeast.
Okay, this is another 50 grams of salt. So I'm going to put that. Now, Pehel, you're talking about garlic. So once you are done with this thing, I will ask you to crush the garlic for me, and we are going to put it. I'm going to put in some onions as well. I'm going to put it here, okay? So I'm putting in some
I'm
onions.
not going to crush it, Noor. I'll just leave that in.
Okay, you can leave it like that.
Should I keep this?
Yes.
I mean the carrot?
Yeah.
The carrots are really a bit oranges, but these are red carrots.
Okay.
And
Okay, I'm going to put this aside.
very tasty too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we remove the stems because the stems don't give me any flavors and the stem can introduce a rot. Okay.
Yeah. Really, what's a rot?
Rot means it can spoil. Okay.
Oh, the spoiling very fast.
Yes.
It's called it.
Okay, so like that we are going to do. Now, Pel, you're not going to ask me why we are, how we are going to make a sauce because this does not look like a sauce anymore.
Yeah. And you have cut it into half. If you did it in many pieces, still it would have looked like
Yes.
something.
So what we are going to do is we are going to ferment it first. So when we ferment it first, the flavors gets enhanced. See, in the sauce making, otherwise the traditional sauce making, we heat the vegetables. Now when we heat it, all the flavors gets lost because they get cooked away. But here we ferment it. In the fermentation process, the entire vegetables become very loose. They start oozing out liquid, which we want. It's a
What?
brine pickle.
Okay, you mean that sauce?
Yes.
That liquid which comes out is the sauce?
This liquid will be converted into sauce. After about a month's time, we are going to ferment it out. And when we ferment it, after fermenting it out, after a month, we are going to put them in the blender and make a chutney out of them.
Yeah.
Chutney, what is the English version of chutney?
What do you call it?
Sauce.
And yeah, that coconut chutney, we'll eat it.
Yes.
With that dosa and all, like that only this is going to be looking, but red in color.
Yes. Okay. So this much we did. We are going to do for the rest. Pal, can you You don't want to help me, right?
I do.
You know, you want to help me, but just remove the stems and give me, okay?
Okay.
Don't try to cut them, okay? Be very careful. You have to be very careful with these hot chilies. If you're not careful, you will. And don't do what my daughter was doing, okay?
What?
You're trying to wipe your face while you're cooking, okay? With these hot chilies, you have to be very careful. You can't do both of them together.
But I can do it from back where the hot chili hasn't touched.
Okay, you have to be careful, okay?
Papa, this is a very bad one, no?
If it's bad, rotten, then you can throw it away. Show me. Yes, this is rotten.
And this too.
Yeah, throw them away.
Just a second, I'll wash my hands and come.
Okay. So we are going to. It's exactly the same. Brine pickle. You can pickle your small English cucumbers, gherkins, jalapenos. Radish ferments very well.
Oh.
Then if you are somebody in the group is diabetic, then I will strongly recommend you that you should ferment out.
What?
So beetroot.
Beetroot?
Yes, beetroot is very rich in folic acids, iron, and a lot of essential nutrients. Unfortunately, most diabetic persons are not allowed to consume sugar, and beetroot has a lot of sugar. So when we ferment out the beetroot,
the sugar comes out.
Yes, because the sugar is fermented and converted into lactic acid.
Oh.
So as it's converted into lactic acid.
And so what happens?
Huh?
When it's converted into lactic acid, what happens?
There is no longer sugar in the
fruit or something.
Yes,
I did not know
in the beetroot.
I did not know radish, tomato. I mean radish. This beetroot. So many things could be fermented.
Yes, all of them can be fermented. Okay, and when we ferment beetroot, it's called sour beet.
Sour beet.
Yes.
Like sauerkraut. But what does this kraut means?
Kraut is a German name for the fermented pickle. Okay. So this is how we have made only this much jar, but we are going to fill the jar. And after we fill the jar, we are going to cover it with brine. What is brine?
What's brine really?
Brine is salt water. So we'll make a 5% salt water. How will you make a 5% salt water?
We will take some salt and put it in water, then we'll put it in.
Exactly. And how would you make? So there are different strengths of brines. Okay.
Should I get you a container to make the salt water?
We'll do it later. Okay. Now let's look at how a sauerkraut is behaving. Okay. Sauerkraut, as you see, it has started losing some water, but not the amount of water we wanted.
Yeah.
So either we have to crush it more. When we crush it more, it will ooze out more water.
More water.
Or we are going to add some brine into it. Herein, we'll add about 6% strong brine solution.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So let's get back to work. Let's start cutting out some chilies. Can you just take out the stem for me?
Papa, I'm a bit scared. And yeah, if the chilies have something black
Yes.
in here, do not just throw it away that it's a bad chili. Just take that portion off and then cut it into half and keep it.
Yes, but try to avoid as much rotten portions as possible.
Yeah,
So
if it's
I am taking it out.
If it is too very much, मतलब हद से ज़्यादा, in that case you can just throw it.
Yes.
And you try to do this. Try to keep it less to less time in your hand, as they could they
could start burning your hands. These are ghost chilies. You just throw it away. Well?
Well, leave them. I don't need that. Yeah. And you even go. But this is not useful, okay?
Yes, okay. And we cut them in length so that their fermentation surface area is a maximum.
Oh. And Papa, I think so we should throw this chili as there are too many rotten places.
Yes.
If there are 3 or 4, that's okay. But if there are 7, 8, it's not. Really
yes, it is not.
This one is a little funny. Papa, I don't think so. This is a nice chili. As the water is all out.
No, well, that is okay.
Okay. So this should be even okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to take out the stem. There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Okay, you can make it from any chili, and if you don't like very very hot chilies, then you can add some capsicum, you can add some carrots,
Yeah.
onions. We actually added some quantity of it, and when once you add these, it will make your chili less mild, which is what you want. You want you don't want something which is fiery hot, that only that nobody can eat over years and years, and it will only be consumed as competition.
Yeah.
You want it to be just right,
If
so
it's
that you
so-
can add a few drops and you'll enjoy it.
If it's too much hot,
Yes.
you won't be even able to eat it. It'll be just kept like a showpiece. Look, I made this.
Yes.
Just a second.
Okay. So quickly, we are going to chop the chilies. If you have any questions, please feel free to write in the comment section. We'll be more than happy to answer it. Okay. Now, when it comes to the ratio, how much salt solution? We're talking about brine, right, Pehel?
Yeah, brine is really that.
So 5%. What does 5% of 100 grams mean? 100 mean?
100 is a number.
So one typical katori of water is about 100 120 gram 100 ml. You can use a weighing scale, you can use a measuring cylinder, you can use anything that suits you to measure it out. Okay. Now,
but Papa, how are you?
So a 5% brine solution would have 5 grams of salt in 100 ml of water. So 1 liter of water is how many grams? 1000.
Oh my gosh.
So in 1000 grams, I'm going to put 5%. So instead of 5 grams, I'm going to put 50 grams.
Papa, do you mean if I have, if I take 100 ml of water, can I put 100 ml of salt?
No, it will not get dissolved and it will be too salty for you. You'll not be able to eat it.
Like salt water.
Yes, so this is rotten.
So I think so. I know something.
Okay. And if suppose in like in my case, when I got the chili, I got the chili on Monday. The classes was on Saturday. So what I did was I kept in the freezer.
Yeah. But what will happen if we keep it in the fridge? But what will happen if we keep it in the
Fridge also, it will continue to get spoiled. But if the chili is dry, then it will stay good for a long period.
Oh, you mean in the freezer, the fermentation stops happening?
See, when we do it under the salt, you do not get mold, the white mold. I'll just show you a few of the molds. Okay, this is a mold. You see this black spots? This is a mold. We don't want the mold in our chili.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why we do it under salt. So the salt encourages lactobacillus. Okay, lactobacillus is something which makes lactic acid. Your curd is full of lactic acid?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it will make those kinds of
lactic acid.
Yes, and it will ferment out all the sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. Best part about this is, as you can see, we did not use any complicated things. This is only 1/4 done. We have to put more and more of chili to it. Okay. I'm going to put some of this later. Now let's look at our sauerkraut. Okay. You can see some amount of water it starts creating, right?
Yeah.
And this is not the water we added, but this is the water it is automatically generated.
Yeah.
We'll wait for a little bit more time.
And it will become more.
More and more water will start coming in.
Yeah.
And we will be able to press this a lot more. So as we are able to do that, it will come less. Now, okay. Now coming back to the basic recipe, okay? I took about 1 kg of red pickle here.
1 second, I just have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
How, how can we use this red chilies in which kind of ways?
So any food in which you want it to be a little bit hot, do you want a little bit of chili there? Like the Tabasco sauce you want to add in, or you want to make a Chinese food in which you want to add some chili there.
Yeah.
So you can use fermented chili. See,
Mostly
most of the chili that we get is sun-dried chili.
Yeah.
The disadvantage of sun-dried chili is
What is it?
it is not probiotic.
And it won't leave water.
Yes, because the water has been dried, so it's
Yeah.
easy. It's drying is one form of preservation.
Yeah.
This is also one form of preservation.
Yeah.
Right, and when we do lacto fermentation, we will make it a lot more probiotic.
Yeah.
It is very important for our gut health. Why? Because 40% of human body's digestion happens because of the microbes that lives in our intestines.
If you know any story about this red chili, how this got invented, could you just tell us?
Indians love chili, right?
Yeah.
But do you know where chili was first found?
It was Mexico, no?
Exactly, it was Latin America. It was not found in India.
Yeah.
Indians had a very close cousin of that called the black pepper.
Yeah.
But it was not chili.
Yeah.
But when Spanish never came to India, but the Portuguese did. So when the Portuguese brought the chili with them, Indians loved it. We made so many varieties of chili.
Yeah.
There's Degi millets. There is every region of India has its own variety of chili.
Yeah, but so what? These seeds in the chili, they just took some seeds and then they planted. They got
Yes.
the same chilies.
Yes.
But slowly, we got different varieties.
Yes.
I don't know how, but now there are so many different.
There are so many varieties of chili. So,
yeah. And yeah, Degi Mirch even have some chili. One day by mistake I put too much Degi Mirch in the curd and it was impossible to eat.
Yes. One thing you have to remember, you typically don't wash the chili, but if you wash it, you have to use it immediately. Why? Because the chili will start rotting. So we are this much done. We still halfway to go. Okay.
Do you mean that if we wash chili, it leaves water more water? Yes.
Now, can you do me a favor? Can you find more pieces of turmeric? Oh, sorry.
Cabbage?
Ginger, we added more, right? We added ginger, yes. Can you just peel this? Can you peel this for me?
Okay. Not that. Could I just borrow this for a second?
Well, there will be more knives, okay? Can you bring it from the kitchen?
For now, take out the stems, no.
Yes. Can you bring more knife from the kitchen? One very important aspect of all lactoferments is you have to keep your cultures submerged. If your cultures are not submerged, then you will have the mold infection there. So you have to keep them submerged in salt water.
But Papa, if we do not recognize that our this something, this sauce or what's that? What we call sauerkraut?
Yes.
Is that black spots are there? We do not recognize them, and we eat them. What happened?
Well, those are mold, so they are bad for your body. Okay. So they'll do you a lot of harm.
You mean those are germs or bacteria?
So bacteria we want in the lactobacillus is actually a form of bacteria. We want the good bacteria there.
Yeah, but this black mold is a bad bacteria.
Bad microbe. We don't want.
We can eat little bit, so we get the immunity strength.
Yes, but not too much because
you can get sick.
Yes, the mold will make you sick.
Papa, should I keep this?
Okay, I'm going to
chop it.
chop it into 4. मूसली लेके आ जाओगे?
मूसली का डब्बा ना?
नहीं मूसली नहीं, वो जो पीसने के लिए होता है ना, कुटनी लेके आ जाओ।
पापा आज कुटनी नहीं मिल रही थी।
देखो पहले एक और बार देख लो। Okay, with the kutni we are going to add some close to it. Okay, coming back, right? So somebody had asked a question, what is the recipe that we use? The recipe is there on the website as well. What we are using about 1 kg of,
And what is kutni called in English?
pestle and mortar.
Oh, but where is the pestle and mortar? I can't find it.
Okay, the cloves and the ginger, we are going to crush them a bit before adding. The rest we can add it as is. Okay, so we this much is done. We still have a long way to go, so I'll keep on doing this. You could get the essence of it, and then we are going to add some brine. So this is the salt that is there. I'm going to add a little bit more of it. Okay, don't worry, this is going to be very hot sauce. You're going to use only 1 or 2 drops of it. This much salt. This bottle will convert into 5-6 small bottles for us.
Guys, did you know salt never gets bad?
Yes, in fact salt is used as a preservative. Throughout the ages it was used as a preservative.
You know, this salt is very old, but it isn't bad.
Yes.
Because it does not get bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any more questions about lacto fermentation, please feel free to call us, email us at brew@ishtam.com. We'll be happy to help you out. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the one important question: how do you put a weight?
Wait.
Okay.
You have 2 weights left.
Yes. So one way was that I told you about was I'm going to take some large pieces of cabbage, primarily from the inner side where it is a lot more harder, and I'm going to stick it in such a way that it does not allow anything to float up. The other option is I can keep a larger vessel. I can keep a glass. This is a standard whiskey glass, flat bottom glass. When I keep it inside, with its weight, it will press down. It will expel all the air.
Papa, the water is coming up.
Yes. So as we are going to do it, I was in a hurry because this was a live class which is going on. Otherwise, I would have waited more time. More and more water will come out. We make more space. I'm going to put more cabbage inside that, and with that, like that, it will keep on going. Yeah. So anything else? Can you please explain how to make a radish ferment? Yes. So radish ferment is the lacto fermented radish is also made exactly the same way. Now there are 2 ways to do that.
Papa,
So tell me.
Actually, I have a doubt how to prevent the burns from it.
The best way to prevent burning would be by using gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do it by hand, you should just put
Wash.
water.
Yes, you have to be very careful with chili. Chilies are not to be joked around with.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the question was, how do you make a radish ferment? Radish ferments are very simple. Okay. The way I like it is the way I put in the carrot. I would make into thin, long slices, and I'm going to put this here, and then I'll make a 6% brine solution. 6% means in 1 liter of salt water in water, I'll add 60 grams of salt to it. So that will make one a good brine solution for me. Okay. Right, and then we will wait for about 2 weeks for it to soften up a little bit. See, as I'm pressing it, the water came all the way here, and more water will continue to get released. All these cabbages, initially it felt like these cabbages will never go inside, but slowly, steadily, we have managed to put all the cabbages inside. Okay. and I'm going to fill this with some water. When I fill this with water, it will put some pressure and it will prevent it to my rest of the sauerkraut to float. So this is how sauerkraut is made. I'm going to keep this on top of my refrigerator. Yeah. Okay. Here we have salt. Hot chili is so difficult. I can't press it with hand. So what I'm going to do is I will add some 6% brine solution on top of it, and with this I'm going to fill this whole thing. I'll be ending the classes soon, but if you have any more questions, please write to us. We're going to fill this after about a week. We will watch out continuously for any signs of mold or floating, and after about a week we are going to put into a blender. We'll blend it out, and then we will add some sugar as per the taste. We'll try to blend it. We'll make it into a nice tasty thing. If you want smoked sauce or roasted sauce, part 1/3 to half of these chilies, you can smoke them in a barbecue. I'll just show you one of the barbecues that I have. Okay, this is a Weber barbecue. You can get there. You can smoke it a little bit so that it introduces some smoky flavors. In the OTG, you can roast it. When you roast it in the OTG, you'll introduce a lot more other interesting flavors along there. You got chili? Yeah. So I told you, right? अभी आप hand wash कर लीजिए. Okay? सोप से कर लीजिए. Okay? Yeah. So after about a week, what we are going to do is we'll be putting it into the blender, and then we can sauce it out. So that is the process that we are going to follow. Okay, we are ending this video since there aren't many more questions here. So we'll be ending the video now. Thank you.